here we have a championship fight, ladies and gentlemen, with two of the best lightweights in the division. First off, we have Alex Jimenez, also known as Sleepy Jr. He's looking to make his breakout debut. But on the other side, we got Divinevally, who is the current reigning and defending breakout lightweight champ.
Yes, sir. Champ.
Last seen on Breakout 06 against Roy. Oh, shoot, my bad. Against Zay Castro in an exhibition.
Would have been him, but
Would have been.
I got it like that, bro. I make people piss themselves, man.
I'm not. I'm the moderator here, so I can't say much else. But ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be an absolute banger of a fight. Gentlemen, how we doing today?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing just fine. I didn't expect you to ask the same question to me. How about you, Divine?
I'm chilling. I'm doing great. Been working a lot, both work and the gym, and yesterday was a good day. So we're here.
Good to hear. So we're gonna start off with the champ here. We're gonna start off. This fight. It was previously made. It was made for Breakout 06, but then unfortunate circumstances happened. This thing or that thing. How does it feel to have this fight once again? And does that previous scheduling of the fight hold any weight in your mind still?
No. It feels good to make this fight. He was originally a backup opponent for the first time because I had people just pull out. And now it's like official. So he's, it's a bigger stage for him because now he's not just some backup. Like, oh, it's just a filler. Now it's like, oh, this is officially their fight. So it's more bigger for him. Do I think, what was the last thing you asked me?
I was asking if the rescheduling of the fight holds a little bit of weight to your mind.
No. Better late than never. When I heard that he, recovered and is better now, I'm like, let's make this fight happen. And I think our fight was the quickest fight to make on this card. So,
all right, good to hear. Alex, welcome to Breakout, brother.
Appreciate that.
I just wanted to start off first of all. Second of all, how does it feel to be on Breakout? Not just in general, but competing for the lightweight championship.
It's super, super exciting. It's a shout out Breakout, shout out the Breakout team. I'm super excited for this opportunity. Like you were saying earlier, the fight that was supposed to go through in May, it's unfortunate that things happened and, I had to pull out, but, I'm better now. And I'm just ready for this, man. This is, it's a good stage for me to be on. And especially for the Breakout championship, I feel like in a way I deserve this. And like, Nolan was saying earlier that I was kind of a filler opponent back then, but now it's more of an official thing. It's not just, this is the fight to make. A lot of people were talking about it. So yeah, man, I'm just super, super excited. And the fact that it's for a belt, I'm training super, super hard. I'm just ready to get out there and show what I can do. I've shown snippets of what I could really do in street beefs, but being on a platform like this, it's pretty awesome. If I'd have known about the SCB scene a long time ago, I probably would have been way more involved. And just seeing the creativity that goes into it, because I've always been kind of a content creator, but street beefs is a little bit different. There's a lot more of just fighting, and being able to create content and go into this is just, I'm having fun with it, and I'm excited.
I'm glad you're excited about it. Now, I want to start off with this, not starting off, but, going on into this. Alex, this is the best fighting the best. This is the theme of Breakout 007. I wanted to ask you, what are you looking to prove in this fight?
Really that I'm one of the best lightweights. I believe in my my capabilities. I'm not really, I wouldn't say I'm too much of a cocky fighter, but I'm just really confident what I can do. And, I've proved that to myself as well. And yeah, I'm really ready to just kind of prove this to myself. And I guess everyone else who just doesn't really know who I am. And also as well as, get bigger opportunities from here. But just being here in Breakout in general, I'm just super excited and grateful to be here. And yeah, I'm ready to get going.
All right, good to hear. And Divinevally, same question over to you. What are you looking to prove with this fight?
I'm just here to. I'm here for me. This the out of all my fights in SCB, this is the one fight that I got that I wanted, like that I asked for and that I got. So it's one thing when I fought Brash, it was more I was a last minute replacement. The Roy fight, uh, I didn't like the circumstances of how I acquired it because he was clearly scared of Ant, so he ended up getting me. The Wu Bang fight, it wasn't a fight that I wanted at the time, but it was a fight that I knew, oh my god, this would do like I could beat him and this would do so well for me. So so compared to all that, this is a guy, Alex, that I wanted at first was a backup opponent. And then when he couldn't fight before, and I'm like, damn, I did want to fight this guy. I wanted to fight him. And now I get to fight him. So I finally have a fight that I wanted. That it got made because of me, because I wanted it. So I'm gonna prove that I wanted it, and that's what this fight will do. And it'll solidify me being a champion. So that's what I'm really looking for.
All right, good to hear. Good to hear. I feel like that's just been my response for everything, but I'm really liking what y'all are saying. But all right, with that, Divine, you're talking about, this was a fight that you wanted. This is something that, you were looking forward to. Why is that in some respect? What do you think of Alex's skills and overall him as a person?
Well, we fought on street beefs, so in terms of scaling on the attention, it's more attention than what Brash did or what Roy would have done. And I feel like, he probably got some people that watch Street Beefs that he knows from there, for all I know, that are rooting for him. And, if I beat him, it may open the door for some of them other guys to want to, dip their toe in the pool. So, I feel like with that, but as to the fight itself, his style is very TV friendly. And that's the kind of fights that I look for. I look for TV friendly fights. I want people to have their eyes glued to the screen, to the stream when I'm stepping out, regardless. And I try to fight that way. And I've seen from his clips that he does the exact same thing. So that's what I'm looking for.
All right, TV friendly. All right. Uh Alex, same question over to you. What do you think of Divine's skills and his personality, just him as a person? And what do you think about his previous fights?
I think Divine has a lot of skills. I mean, from his previous fights, I know. I think his first fight, at least that I saw, was with Yaze, and that was a while ago. He seemed like he was a little bit hesitant. Both fighters kind of were, in my opinion, but we could obviously
We
see that both
was.
of them were skilled.
I was
And
just real quick, bro. We was in a cage, bro. That was the first time me being in a cage. I haven't fought in 2 years. I didn't fight for 2 years when I fought when I stepped
yeah, a
in.
cage is different than a boxing ring. I haven't fought in a boxing ring. I fought in a few cages though. But back to what I was saying, like I seen that kind of both fighters are both hesitant, but you could obviously see there was some skill there. And with this fight with Brash, you could see he knows how to put opponents down. He knows how to put combinations together. He's got a good jab. I see that he has this skill, and I respect him a lot as a fighter. For sure. And as a person, I don't really got anything against him. He seems like he's a pretty cool guy. It's just he's a lightweight champion right now. I got a task in front of me, but at the end of the day, I mean, he seems like a pretty cool person. I don't got anything against him, but yeah, I mean, we got to fight October 11th, and I'm gonna go out there and handle business.
All right. Divine, I assume the respect is mutual as well.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know him personally, but he ain't do nothing, evil. For me, he ain't. I will say, I haven't the first time when we spoke in a Twitter space, he says that he's gonna, turn my lights off and stuff like that. I'm like, listen, I know you believe that. It was weird somebody telling me that. So, but nah, I don't got no issue with him. Like he seemed like a respectable dude. He looked like when he come to the event, like he gonna click well with people. You know, click well, and after the fight when he loses, these same people he clicked well with
I'm not losing, bro. I'm not losing.
are gonna pat him on the back, and I'm gonna shake his hand and take our pictures, and that's what it is, bro. You gonna walk, you gonna leave that venue. You're not even gonna feel like you lost. Not even gonna know.
I just want to say I know most of the scene knows Nolan. They don't really know who I am, so I'm expecting a lot more of A side for him. I mean, especially because he's the champion, but a lot of people are going to be
Yeah, yeah.
surprised. A
That's what
lot of
it comes with that. It does come with that. A side comes
yeah,
with being champion.
yeah. But I'd say a lot of people are going to be surprised October 11th. I'll say that for a fact.
I think with our fight. I did feel like I think he is going to surprise me until yesterday. Until I had my fight yesterday, and
Don't let that give you too much confidence, bro.
I'm just saying, man. I had an epiphany after yesterday. I'm just saying, if this
You,
guy
you,
couldn't put
you,
me out, good luck. Good luck trying to
I
get
agree. You
that.
probably had a good fight. I didn't see any highlights, but I mean, I know you won. But that it's going to be a completely different fight October 11th. I'm a
I
completely
believe it.
different person, and
I believe it. I believe it'll be a different fight. I just don't see the result being different. That's the only thing that the result's not going to change, but it'll
I
definitely be a different fight for
can't
sure.
wait to surprise you, bro. Can't wait to surprise you.
I I hope you do. I ain't complain. If you do, hey, if you get it done, what can I say, right?
The respect is mutual, but there is a nice competitive edge between these two. I really like that. I really like that. But Alex, I wanted to ask. Obviously, you guys
Mm,
have both have had fights in the past, and
mm.
with trying to surprise someone has to come with preparation. How has camp been for this match, and how does it differ from previous fight build-ups you've had before?
Sorry, my bad.
Oh, who goes first?
Oh, oh,
He's asking
Alex,
you.
Alex,
Oh,
my fault.
my fault, my fault, my fault. No, for this, for the preparation, I'm training really, really hard. I'm training a lot harder than I have previously for my last two fights, for sure. But with my last two fights, like I was kind of saying, I wish I kind of would have known about the SCB scene earlier. But I mean, I was already kind of making content. I mean, at least not with my first fight. After my first fight happened, I kind of just didn't really tell anybody about it. I just had it, and then after that, for sure, I started trying to make a little bit more content and then lead into my second fight. So I mean, I'm just trying to train as hard as I can, really, and just get myself prepared for this match. I mean, we got about 9 weeks away, and I'm just going to be working really, really hard. And in terms of content, I'm just ready to put out a lot more content. I'm excited. I've been trying to make some more videos and do a lot more things. And yeah, I'm just excited for the content aspect and the fighting aspect because we're all content creators, but we're also fighters at the end of the day. So we're all going to go in there and fight. And yeah, I'm ready for it.
All right. And Divine, same question over to you. How has camp been for this fight? And what differs from shit. I lost it. How does camp differ from previous camps you've had before? I
So,
got it. I got it, guys.
uh, I think the only difference with this camp is because in my camps, I'm always training as hard as I can, like no matter what. I think with this camp is just I'm in a new gym now with a coach that's a little bit more dedicated to me. Like I'm part of his team. So pre- compared to my last fight, not with now with Roy, I was in a gym where I did have trainers, but it was very complicated. I didn't have a lot of time with them, so my preparation for the Roy fight was just fine tuning what I already do. And with this is more I'm developing. We have so much time, and I like even before this fight, I actually I think before um January I got into this gym. So like even before this fight was made, I was already even before '06, I think I was already getting set up with this gym and already there. So, I've been going every day, I've been consistent for months and months and months and it's just a different gym experience, but they're working on the stuff I'm good at and adding to it and improving it. And it's not easy. None of this is easy. It's not meant to be easy. If people have an easy camp, then you didn't try. And it's not easy. And sometimes I want to stop. Sometimes I want to take a week off, and I don't. I don't do it because that 1 week I take off, I lose a week of training, and this fucking guy knocks me the fuck out off some fucking bullshit. So I'm not. I can't have that. So that ain't happening to me. Fuck that. Fuck that shit.
We gonna
All
see.
right.
We gonna see.
Money in the bank. I listen. if you read my post that I tagged you in yesterday, that's the only way. That's the only way any of these guys beat me is if you put my lights off. So y'all better be, hey, bro, you better grab a weight, a 40-pound weight, and start training that right hand, bro.
I already
Better do
got plenty of
something,
power,
bro.
bro. I already got plenty of
I
power.
believe it. I believe it. Listen, y'all, you seen his knockout? You seen? Hey, like I be shitting on people sometimes, but the way he knocked that nigga out was cold. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was cold. He turned his lights off, and I'm like, ah, shit. He
Bro
trying to do
didn't
that
get
to
up for
me?
another 5 or 10 minutes and was asking the same 5 or 10 questions after.
Yeah, nah,
I messed him up a little bit.
that's
Jesus.
that's tough for him. It's not happening to me.
October 11th, y'all gonna find out.
You might end up, you might fuck around and end up experiencing the same thing he did. You might
Nah.
wake up
That's not.
asking some questions, bro. So we gonna find out though. I can't wait. That's why I like this fight. I
Let me
want
ask
to
you,
see.
I think last face to face that never made it out. You said you never got knocked down, right? Or knocked out?
No, I never had my lights turned off
You ever
or
been dropped before?
body, like
Body drop?
yeah, like twice over the
This
span of four
this will be
years.
the first time that you don't see a punch coming, and then you're just gonna end up on
Okay,
the ground.
okay,
You'll wake
okay.
up with me over you, bro. I'm
Listen,
promising you.
listen.
That's gonna happen.
Listen. All right, listen. You believe that, and I respect it. I respect that you believe that. But I know me, and I've been sparring and fighting and doing this shit for years, and no one has gotten close. As a matter of fact, the person I fought yesterday, like, was trying hard to get me out, and I'm not even exaggerating what this guy was trying to do, and he couldn't do it. So if this guy couldn't do it, I'm sorry. I don't think none of y'all are gonna do it. None of y'all gonna knock me out. And that goes for any lightweight watching this. None of y'all knocking me out. And if you can't knock me out, you're not gonna win. I'm gonna be champion forever because none of you will be able to do it. So
That's
that's
good
what it is,
because
bro. You
that
could
gives
probably knock out
me
the other.
that gives me way more because when I do beat you,
Hey, bro. If you,
like you
hey,
said, nobody can knock you. You think nobody can
I'm
knock
gonna
you out.
I'm gonna
Nothing will
tell it to you
happen. But
like
when I
this.
do, it'll cement me where I need to be.
Okay, I
Because
agree, but I'm gonna tell it to you like this: if you knock me out, it's because God decided to possess your body and give you the power to do that. Because He has something against me. That's the only way any of these guys putting me out is if God decided that He was gonna have to step in and do it Himself. So
Well, we'll see what he decides on October 11th. But I do want to ask because, knowing I noticed this word that he kept saying. He kept saying, "Oh, that was tough for him. That was tough. Tough, tough, tough." Now I'm gonna flip it back over to you. Would you say that this is your biggest test, your toughest test by far in the small creator scene?
a small creator, yeah, yeah. There is a as confident as I know, like it won't happen. He has the power to knock somebody out. Like he could do it. If anyone could knock somebody out, it's the guy that I'm fighting. Maybe not me, but he could do it. Like just in general. So we have to take that into consideration. And I've seen his film. No, he's not shit. Like he's not. I'm not saying you're not shit in a disrespectful way. I'm saying like you're not bad. So yeah, like this is definitely out of my SC. I would consider this a tougher test. My Some people will point to my fight with Yaze, and I would say, "Well, I thought I won the fight, and I haven't fought in 2 years when I fought him while Yaze been active." So the circumstances is different. There's no circumstances here. If anything, he got different. He's in a different circumstance. He was out for a year. He was out for a year. He coming off a year layoff, and he never fought in a ring. So if he pull it off, God chose him. That's it. God just chose him. It's what it is.
yeah,
I
I'm
can't
blessed.
be.
That's all I gotta say. I'm
I
blessed.
believe it. I do believe it, bless. So
Now, Alex,
I was a very happy man when the news came out. I was very happy. I was happy for
Appreciate
you
that.
outside the boxing stuff, but I was definitely happy for
I
you.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
all right, good to hear. Good to hear. Alex, same question over to you. Would you
Mm.
say that this is your toughest test by far?
100%. Yeah. Now, no, yeah, I would definitely say yeah. No, I don't want to say like this is no disrespect to Nolan at all. For my first fight for Street Beefs, when I went in, I definitely wasn't as prepared as I should have been. I'll probably get into that in a YouTube video later on if y'all want to go check that out. But for my first fight, I fought a guy who already had 5 fights and he was undefeated, and he was the only guy in my weight class. So I kind of, I didn't want to just show up and back out. So I decided to fight him that day. And so that was a really tough fight for me. And it taught me a lot because low key, when I stepped in the ring, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Everything just kind of blacked out in a way. But I still remember certain things. I took a lot of stuff from that. And that was a very, very tough fight for me. And for this fight, though, I know I have some footage of my opponent. It's a little bit different. I can study who Nolan is. I can study how he fights. So I think that, yeah, skill wise, he's definitely my toughest opponent for sure. My other opponent that I fought, he's knocked some guys out too. So I mean, I'm. It's not like never been in the ring with somebody who I don't think I either shouldn't be with or that has a lot of skill over me, but that I can't take on. I might have lost my first fight, but if y'all go back and really, really pay attention and watch it, besides the fact that I might have gassed out in the second round, I was doing really good for just 6 months in. But no, I mean, yeah, for sure, this is definitely my toughest opponent so far and my toughest fight. But I mean, that's the glory of it. I mean, when I go and handle business October 11th, that's what will cement me and show me where I should be at. Like I say, I believe I'm one of the best lightweights in the scene, and October 11th is going to prove that.
All right. Alex, one more question to you.
Mhm.
You go in there October 11th. You beat Nolan. Maybe God chooses you, maybe he doesn't. uh who or what is next for you?
I mean, when I'm fighting a guy like Nolan, I mean, especially after October 11th, I mean, there's going to be a lot of. I don't want to. Not saying there's any disrespect to any other fighter in the scene at all, but I don't want to backtrack in any way in terms of skill wise, and I don't want. There are just going to be certain fights to make. So I mean, especially if I'm going to be the champion, whoever's the number one contender, whoever is there for me, I'm willing to fight. I'm all game with anybody. I'm not going to run or hide from anyone, especially if I'm going to be the champion. I'm willing to defend my belt against anyone. So.
All right, and same question to you, Nolan. You retain on October 11th. Who or what is next for you?
Still gonna try to get that get that Lou Bang opportunity. Outside of that, still keeping my eye on the welterweights a little bit. Keeping my eye on them, seeing how they shape out, see what I want to do. But I really don't think about that too much. Just focused on trying to, win this fight and then get out the way. Then the doors open. Then we could head back to the drawing board and we see what's next. So
That a potential move up, you said?
maybe we'll see. We'll see what we could do. We'll see what happens, depending on how it shapes itself, and if it makes sense, it makes sense. If it don't, then we'll go back. I feel like after this, after my fight with Alex, there's a lot of potential doors that could open. So, I'm honestly looking forward to exploring those once I'm finished dispatching him. So,
I mean, I guess that's fair to say, but I got one more question for y'all. Divine, what is your prediction for this fight?
I'm stopping him in the fifth round. I think by the third round, I should have him figured out, and then come the fifth round, I'll have him out of there. So.
And Alex, same question to you. What is your prediction for this fight?
It'll be an anytime knockout from round 1 to 5. I don't really know. It could be the first round, it could be the second round, third round, fourth round, fifth round. It really doesn't matter. At some point in the fight, I'm gonna find his chin and he's gonna go down and not get back up.
Oh my god!
I'm being honest. I'm being honest. I'm gonna find it. I mean,
you better find a way to box like Divinevally or something, my man.
I mean, even if you look like you're a little bit more technical in the ring than me, I'm gonna find that shot. I'm gonna find that shot.
I think you will look for that shot, and I think you will maybe land a shot or two, to that degree. But I don't believe it's gonna do what you want it to do.
Even a shot or two, you're gonna feel it. I mean, I'm pretty sure the first punch that you feel from me, you're gonna be like, "Oh shit." And you're not going to want to take another hit. So, I mean, if you run away like Cray did the whole fight with Lil Joey, then
Oh,
or Joey Knight, not little Joey. With Joey Knight, then maybe you
oh,
might
hey, no,
outbox me in a way, but
no, no, no.
I'm gonna make the fight dirty if I need to,
Listen,
and I'm gonna
hey,
find that shot.
I'm all for that. I'm all for that because that moving away is boring. That's a snooze. I ain't here to make a snooze fest. I'm here to make you snooze in the ring. So we're gonna get that
Trust me,
done.
my name is
We're
Sleepy
gonna get
Junior
that.
for reasons because
Yeah,
I
you'll
put
be
people to
sleeping,
sleep.
and yep,
October 11th, I'm gonna put you to sleep.
you gonna walk in that ring tired and sleepy. So
Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of your many best of the best fights going down on Breakout 007, October 11th in Douglasville, Georgia, once again. Gentlemen, this has been a great face to face, and I'm really excited to see y'all fight it out in the ring on October 11th. We will see
yes,
you
sir.
guys at the fights.
Yep.